So, welcome back, everybody, to I believe it's episode 11 of the Ridiculous Reseller Rendezvous podcast. Side note, hence the new background, I thought of a name change working in the transition to do it. No longer will be that long ass title that, to be honest with you, I have trouble spelling rendezvous half the time. uh, Pickin' Pennsylvania podcast. I like the three letters, the PPP. Same way with the RRR. This will just now be PPP.
Oh, I like the PPPs too. That I got
Just
from the government during COVID.
Oh. Good thing you just add the third P in there, else you just like PP.
Yeah. Some people call those golden showers, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
Some do. So from now on, it will be the Picking Pennsylvania podcast. I am in the transition of changing some stuff over. It's not a lot of work. It's just going into different things, type different things. But we'll still be on Spotify. I'm not sure about Apple because I don't know until I sit down and really think about their system and how it works. But Spotify and YouTube, and I'm going to try to actually put it on my picker page and the Picking Pennsylvania podcast page. So, and I believe the Facebook page has been already turned over. I was messed around with some stuff late last night. So, you can still find us in all those places. Feel free to comment on the YouTube, the Facebook. I didn't do the Instagram one yet. So, we're getting there. And other than that, welcome back. I hope everybody had a good holiday.
Yeah, certainly did. How about you?
I'm back. Don't want to be.
Nice. You went down to the Ocean City, right?
Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
As some people say, down the shore. Not the beach, down the shore. That's what a lot of the Philadelphians like to say. I'm crispy brown, sunburnt, suntan. And it's hot as hell here. It was cooler down there.
Yeah, you had that breeze from the ocean.
Yeah. I think last Friday, the 5th, it was a little warm. It was a little warm on the beach. But other than that, pretty good. One Sunday morning, we had 7 inches of rain in about 5 hours.
Now, does it flood down there like it does in Ocean City, Maryland?
Yeah, but where we were, the flooding wasn't on the barrier islands, so they deal with flooding. This was more inland, and it just trained right over top of us. There was like 3 or 4 towns that had 7 inches of rain in 5 hours. Stone Harbor and stuff, they seemed pretty good. They got a lot of rain, but they didn't get the deluge as we got. So
yeah, OCMD, you get like an inch, all the roads flood.
Oh yeah, Wildwood. Yeah, they got to close the one way into Wildwood sometimes just because of flooding. So
I know I went down one year for a car show, and that Corvette was highly modified, and I had the air intake, a dual in the front on the bottom. So as soon as you suck up any kind of water into that, it just hydrolocks the engine. So I knew it was coming. I found high grounds, and I just left it there for 2 days.
Yeah, so I guess it was hot up here too. I'm watching the weather.
Oh yeah.
Before we get into the sales, the drink of the day, Joe. What are you drinking today? It's hot.
Fresh squeezed lemonade.
Fresh? Is it the carnival style fresh squeezed or
fresh? Yes, got four lemons in it, some sugar, and just mix it up. Yep.
Spells heartburn for me. Whew. What do you got down there, Ron?
Oh no.
My wife picked up High Noon with vodka, and I guess it's flavored peach with vodka.
I heard good things about the High Noons.
Sparkling water and natural flavors. I'm surprised it has vodka in it.
Yeah, they're some of the other ones don't. I think the vodka ones you have to buy at the state store. The malt ones you could buy at the beer distributors. Pennsylvania's a little funky town for people who don't know. Malt beverages you could buy are beer distributors. Liquor base has to be from the state store. So I and my lucky can koozie, or I should say they're actually called boobsies. I'm just drinking a Lipton hard iced tea. It was between this and a seltzer, and I was like, oh, let me nice ice cold iced tea before we hit the pool. So I know with the heat has sales. I technically was gone for 2 weekends. Any sales up here or?
Nah, it was slow.
Last weekend it was bad. I didn't even go anywhere.
Yeah, it was really slow over the weekend.
Yeah, usually the holiday weekend they're really slow, and then it was pretty damn hot the previous weekend. So people don't like to lug all their stuff out of their house when it's hot.
Nope. That's why they have their developments all have their sales in the spring and fall.
Yep. So I stopped at a few yard sales down there in Jersey. Not many. Got a couple of things, no big ticket items. A couple cast iron Scotty dogs I put on eBay last night. A couple fishing related stuff. But other than that, nothing too great. And we hit about 1 or 2 thrift stores down there, and they're just as bad down there as they are up here.
Yeah.
It's the clothing was nice. If you're in the market for clothing, they had some nice clothing for pretty good prices down there. But if you're there to buy any collectibles or reselling stuff, you're kind of shit out of luck. So we're all up to date on the Joe has the inside track on this, but the Postal Service has raised rates in July for the eBay people. Well, for everybody, I guess. But.
I don't keep tracking none of
that. Yeah, they raised the rates for some stuff on the 1st, and they're doing other things on the 15th.
Yeah. So the round 1, I guess it affects us with the priority mail and ground advantage. I shipped a couple things out last night or over the weekend after we got home, and I didn't see a big increase. I mean, they were typical priority mail, smaller packages, so I didn't notice it.
I noticed they're starting to charge more for dimensional sizes, even for items under a cubic foot.
Yes.
Because I went to go pack something up this morning, and I put it in their shoebox, which is like 12 by 8 by 6, and it was $2 cheaper to fit it into a 7 by 7 by 6 box.
Yeah,
and I use smalls, but that's crazy to have that much of a difference.
Yeah, and I ship a lot. Use their shoebox. I ship a lot.
I'm always wondering if they even monitor that, to double check to make sure the sizes are correct on your package. They just look at the weight and what you paid.
Yeah, I think it's weight, because every now and then you get those cost adjustments emails, and it's always overweight, underweight. It's never dimension.
Yeah, well, FedEx is real bad. eBay had a major problem with that, with the dimensional, and I bitched about it a couple times. Here, I'll show you my inbox. I've been saving them. I don't know if how it's going to show up here. So all these through here, they're all FedEx, where I put in the exact correct weight and the size of the package in the listing and on the label and everything else. But then they turn around and say, it's not 14 pounds. We're charging you at 28 pounds.
Jesus.
So it's some of these things, it's like $20 difference. So I've been saving them for the next one that shows up. I'm going to call eBay and say, hey, go to my inbox. I said, I want credit for all this.
Yeah, I shipped one thing today. FedEx went to Florida. I think it was 8 or 9 pounds. But it was a Home Depot medium box. It was a big ass boom box. Forget what.
Hey, where'd you get that at?
That was from the auction bid board. January, February.
Oh wow, you've been sitting on that for a while then.
Yeah, I took $100 on it. I think I paid $30 at the auction with all the fees and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Still came out $60 to the good after all the loose ends there. But sorry, I said, what the hell's flashing? I look up in a piece of artwork above the computer. It's that damn strobe light.
Lighting from behind you.
I'm like, what is that?
So now you know what we're seeing the whole time.
So I'm like, is the washing machine making lights flicker or what? But yeah, so I guess round 2. I don't think round 2 is really going to affect me at all. That's going to be the standard envelope and media mail, and I don't ship standard envelope, and very seldomly do I do media mail.
Yeah, I don't sell a lot of books either.
You know, Joe, you probably don't want to hear this, but when I worked down in Emmetsville, doing IT, I would go at lunch and take my packages into the local post office, just throwing a hole in the ground place. There's probably parking spots for like 6 spots, and that's it. And the guy kept going. He goes, just send it media mail. He goes, we don't ever open this stuff, and it's so much cheaper for you to ship it. So everything I sent through the post office, media mail, and nothing qualified. And
you never got gigged once because they do open it.
No, I know.
He might not open it, but they do open it.
Oh, I know. I mean, I got busted one time for doing a media mail, but it was a true media mail because I stopped once I quit that job.
Right.
But where was I going with this? So, I'd use newspaper as packing material, all crumbled up. Well, you can't ship because it's newsprint. You can't ship that media mail, even though it's packing material. So they flagged it and they sent it on by priority mail, and I had to pay the difference.
Right.
But they were books
because there's advertising in the newsprint.
Yeah.
Anything that has advertising on it is not media mail.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. Obviously, if they open it up and see it's being used as packing material.
It's very obvious. Yeah.
Give the guy a break. You know what I mean? I got snagged once or twice, and each time it's been out in California.
It was just a poor pack job. He just he just crumbled somebody's newspapers up and put them in there.
It was a Saturday evening. Ron was trying to get out the damn door to the casino. He's just throwing shit in there.
That was back.
That's funny.
Using newspaper as packing fill.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I hardly ever. Cassette tapes sometimes.
Speaking of that, you still have your newspaper buddy there at work? I could use another bundle or two of newspaper.
Yeah, he was in today, but then he left early, so I'll chat with him tomorrow. Yeah, Ron, if you ever need bundles of newspaper, I don't know, he does something with the newspaper. He just brings me bundles. And I usually request them without the ads, so it's just old papers. And
is it printed or is it blanks?
It's printed. I wish it wasn't printed. That'd be nice.
Well, I order on Amazon. I think 3x6. They call it newsprint paper, but it's just plain white paper. So if I'm doing glassware or something like that, I'll wrap it up in the paper instead of the bubble wrap.
Now, coming back from the Jersey Shore, they always give them free newspapers, free, what's happening at the shore this week. I'm the guy at the grocery store or the beer distributor or the liquor store. I'm taking stacks of I got them here. There we go.
But yeah, they used to have those big ones that were the for the fishing stuff.
There it is. Cape May Herald.
Yep.
Although you got
the fishing stuff.
You actually got to pay for these now, depending on where you can get them at. But yeah, so I re-upped my little paper supply when I was down there on vacation. It's good though. You can expense the mileage going down there because you could always say to the IRS, "Hey, I'm going down to pick up some packaging supplies. I hit a couple of thrift stores. I hit some yard sales. Make that vacation pay for itself."
Oh, I've done that a few times.
Always looking. You're always looking. I'm always looking at trash. I'm looking for boxes. So, um, so next topic, I need to talk to Joe. We're still good next week.
Let's see. Yeah.
I forgot all about it until today.
I was waiting for you. I said, well,
I'm like, this guy hasn't said nothing.
I'm just sitting back waiting. I got 7 work days. Yeah, I don't. It's still better than me. I put my day in this week. I'm done for the week.
So Joe and I are heading up to the 100-mile yard sale again, Ron.
Oh, really?
You're more than welcome.
Well, I was thinking about that. You said about you're clearing out the van, and I was thinking if we go up the day before, we can just, bring my Yukon. And if we take 2 cars, we could position the Yukon halfway and then backtrack the day before the sales start. So then
how we do it, have you ever been up there?
No, I've never been there.
Okay. So we go up Thursday. I mean, it technically doesn't start till Friday. We go up Thursdays because we're looking at people setting up. I mean, it's a huge event. So people are set up Thursday too. People are just throwing shit out of their house on Thursday, and we try to snag some of that. So we get off I-80. What's the name of that town, Joe? With that real small liquor store in it / laundromat. Is it Snowshoe or Jersey Mountain?
Is that
or Jersey Shore?
I think it's Snowshoe, isn't it? Or is it? Where's Carthouse on the other end, right?
Yeah, it's way up on the other end.
Yeah, then it's Snowshoe, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, we get off 80 there and we wander the back way all the way up through. We basically do the whole loop. And then we go down we end our voyage in Clearfield. And we, what did we say last night? Red Roof Inn.
The Red Roof, yeah.
Did you guys tell me that there's a list somewhere, but you got to buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have
and you're only supposed to shop from people that actually pay for a spot on the thing, but everybody sets up. So
yeah,
let the neighbor pay for it, and you set up next door.
Well, they sell T-shirts and everything, man.
Oh yeah.
Now this weekend, right?
Next week, so it'd be the 19th and 20th.
Yeah,
18th,
19th and
19th.
20th. Yeah.
The 18th, I got a big auction. I can't go.
Yeah, that's the day we go up. We go up early and shop till it's dark.
Okay.
Yeah, we
and then get up, stay overnight, and then get up next morning and go Friday. And then we're usually done pretty early.
Yeah, we're usually on the road back home Friday by what would you say, about lunchtime?
Yeah, we were done by lunchtime last year.
We don't do the upper loop on Friday. Up where the Department of Corrections boot camp is and all that good stuff.
Yeah, up where the boot camp.
I don't think. Yeah, we did that on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys need to borrow my Yukon, you can.
You can always come up Thursday night and join us for Friday.
Yeah, I'd have to play it by ear. I'll tell you guys about the sale off. It's not on this streaming service here.
Is it an online auction?
Yeah, it's an online sale. Yeah, I have to bid live. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple good sales this Saturday, Joe.
This Saturday.
Gary Pay's having one. I thought he was. I thought he was in bad health. I thought he passed away.
Who, Kerry?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got one. I think he's got one going off tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, I get his email from time to time. He runs through two different names.
Yeah. See, I knew the Lane Ryan.
Yeah.
He was always getting stuff through Lane Ryan. This one actually on auctions it actually said Kerry Pay.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's tonight.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, online. Cars, tools, guns, antiques.
But there's a couple good ones Saturday. It looks like could be interesting up by Lewistown area.
Oh yeah.
Mifflin Town. I don't know whatever the hell the name of them towns are up there, but
well, at least they still have on-site ones up there. That's what you got to do anymore if you want to go to an on-site one. Is you got to travel out of town.
But yeah, so looking for that Saturday. But yeah, I figure I'll call and get the hotel maybe tomorrow. I don't know if do you prefer the Red Roof or that? What was the name of the other one we stayed in?
Oh, the one down by the Cut. Yeah, I don't remember.
Had the diner kind of in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Everything was on, all the electric was on one wall. Remember?
Yeah,
The
they
air
had
conditioner had the
there was
cord.
the window to nowhere.
Yeah. Ron, we walk in the room. And Joe's like, "Hey, look, we got a window." I pull back the curtains. It's a cinder block wall. Thinking, what the hell was behind there?
I stayed at Dover one time, and I faced their track. And then at 6 o'clock in the morning, I swear a car was out there doing laps, warming up, and I'm like, "Holy shit, really? Fucking loud as hell!" And it wasn't a NASCAR weekend.
Yeah, so we I forget what time we left last year. What, 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I
I
don't
picked you
remember.
up out of work. You parked at work. I picked you up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was foggy as hell. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that this year.
Yeah, we found a few things up there, and Friday wake up Friday early and hit the road, and maybe we'll grab dinner Thursday night at that place again. That Denny's.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, it was a good burger.
So yeah, I thought about that today. I was like, holy shit, that's next week.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the weather too. Play it by ear.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I mean, I can't imagine hotel rooms are not at a premium up there. Because if it looks like it's going to rain, it's not even worth going up.
Yeah, we got that thunderstorm that night, Thursday night when we were there, but it was good to go next day.
I bought that Nintendo in the box.
Oh yeah.
Remember, we hooked it up to the hotel TV. We're sitting there playing Nintendo, and then and that storm rolled in. How many easy ups did we see Friday morning? Because people like to set up the day before.
Oh yeah.
that first sale we went up that dirt road, and remember, I was like, holy shit, their tent was all mangled, and I was like, dude, you knew the weather. It was all over the air, like TV. It was like bad weather tonight. Then some people just the VHS tapes that lady.
Yeah, the tapes, and all the electronics are sitting. Yeah. You just pick them up and just dumping the water out of them.
She didn't care.
Did it work? Oh sure, just dump the water out. Mm-hmm. Don't plug it for 2 years.
What she said? Oh, it gets the dust off the tape. Definitely, yeah. We definitely need to run into her again.
There's a good auction here at in Mifflintown this Saturday.
That's what I saw.
In person, tons of vintage Fiesta ware, cast iron bottle openers, like 50 plus. It looks like old Carnival glass. Looks like it's mostly marigold. Aunt Jemima, which by the way I don't think you can sell anymore on eBay, which is stupid.
I don't think you can. Yeah. Politically correct.
They're still collectible to this day. Hunting, fishing, stereo, amp, tools, pop culture items like Disney plush, Alf, the old vintage trolls, the mice with the big ears. I forget what they call them. Railroad lanterns. I mean, it's all collectible stuff.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. There might be some hidden gems up there, but
I'm not going anywhere this weekend. My daughter's in town. She's coming up Thursday.
I don't want to go if it's going to be if it's going to be hot. I don't want to go sit at an auction somewhere.
Well, maybe it'll be in the rain and keep everybody away.
That'd be nice. So that's what we're up to. I didn't even look for yard sales this weekend. I'll look later on in the week. But yeah, next week will be the big Pennsylvania 100-mile yard sale, and it's interesting. You don't get that much cell phone reception, so you kind of got to know your stuff or you're taking chances on a lot of stuff. So You got your mix of flea market vendors alongside the road. We try to shoot into the houses and just try to buy stuff from houses. I mean, it's a big event. People bring family over, and it's like a whole weekend thing going on there. But did we stop in that Goodwill, Joe? Or was it no? We stopped in that Goodwill. There's a Goodwill right there in Clearfield. By probably one of the only remaining Long John Silver's.
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
That little shithole strip mall.
Because they were closed.
Yeah, let me tell you, Ron.
It was in the corner.
Thursday night, if you get hungry after 8 p.m., good luck. You're eating truck stop food. Like there's like no restaurants open. It's like, what is going on? Because the first year
we were up in the call region for my nephew's graduation, and we didn't eat before we left. We just figured they were all going to go out when it was done, but no, they all wanted to go home. So we were stuck, and it was like 8:30 or something like that, and everything was closed.
Yeah,
I basically went to McDonald's right off my exit.
I think 2 years ago, I think we settled for. I don't even think it was Burger King. It was whatever.
Yeah, it was. No, that was the only thing open.
It was the Burger King right off 80.
It was right there by the Red Roof.
Yeah, they all closed at 9. Yeah, the Burger King, McDonald's, and Subways, they all closed up there. I guess it was a state, county thing.
Well, we left late in the afternoon that night because there was an estate sale listed for Friday, and we stopped by the house on Thursday
Yeah,
night.
I caught that off of Facebook Marketplace. That was nice.
So she was like, "Sure, we weren't open till tomorrow, but you could walk through the garage now." Got that Betamax player. That was nice.
Yeah, I got a couple nice Sony pieces.
Yeah, so that's what Joe and I are doing next Thursday, Friday. And we'll be back Friday evening, and maybe the yard sales will pick up if it gets cool. I mean, it does usually dry up here in PA until the weather breaks. All right, so have you guys give today's top 5 list any thought?
Oh yeah, I got a few things on here.
I struggle, but I know. I mean, there's a lot of things I hate packing up. So today's top 5 snake draft, is the top 5 things that you hate, dislike, or are difficult to pack up to ship.
You want me to just go ahead a while?
Oh no, it's got to break.
Hey, don't be making my side of the pie smaller either.
We're gonna wait here until it gets to me. Oh, let's just stop. How do I? Oh, I got to go back to the page here and spin it.
Oh, you go ahead. You do whatever you need to do.
Get the hell out of here. Keep going.
Right, listen.
I don't know why you bother. I told you.
That's what, 3 or 4 times in a row now?
That's every time but one. Oh, you get the turn today.
I do get the turn. That could be helpful.
Yep.
That could be helpful. Now, how the hell? There we go. All right, so this is the top 5 things that you hate or dislike or are difficult to pack up for shipping. What do you got number 1 there, Joe?
I'm gonna go with Ron's, and he doesn't do them himself. He sends them out bikes. I'd buy bikes, but I ain't messing with them. I'd love to buy bikes and get rid of them. I'm not even taking them to the shop and having them pack them for me. But
it's a good choice.
I guess if I came across a good bike, maybe, but I mean it'd have to be really good.
Well, I got 4 bikes.
You got what?
I got 4 bikes in the garage right now: a Cannondale, Jameis, and 2 higher end Shreks. And I
Are they
still don't have
listed?
them.
You didn't list them yet?
Nope, they're still sitting in there.
Yeah. See, well then if they ain't enough for you to list, I ain't messing with them either.
What's your top pick there, Ron?
I'm going to say Franklin and Danbury Mint cars without the boxes.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those antennas and the mirrors and little things that stick out or just barely hanging on to begin with.
Down. That was on my list. I had a broader category for it, but they were on my list. FedEx sells a box. It's a little pricey. Guitars. I hate packing guitars. They're damn big.
I would just say musical instruments in general. Anything without a hard case. If they have cases, they're not bad. You get a hard case. But if they don't have a hard case with them,
I don't want to spend the time to make a box. I'd sooner just. FedEx used to sell a pretty nice guitar box. It's a big ass box, so I'll tell you that. I think it used to be, and I haven't bought this in a couple of years. It used to be $12.50, which wasn't a bad price. I could assume it's north of 20 now. I'm sure.
Yeah, I bought a box for it was a sign I sold. It was for a large TV over at U-Haul, $44.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I get coming back around to me. I'm gonna go number 2. Neon lights, bar lights, neon lights.
Oh yeah, I ain't even messing with that online.
I've never sold them. I don't want to.
Yeah. It's just too hard.
I shipped 2, and they both arrived safely. But I just from now on they're marketplace or flea market. Won't even bother.
Yeah, just not worth the chance.
I mean, there's some bubble wrap involved there. Like the pillow, the mattress topper, the pillow over top of it's a lot of work. A lot of work. All right, there, Ronald.
I'm going to go with my number 2 here on the list, and it's similar to what I mentioned before, but like Lennox Birds and Flowers.
Yeah.
Without, because they got these little pedals and stuff that stick out. Now, again, you mentioned memory foam. I buy that stuff, and then I wrap it in that first, and I can cut areas out to fill in where its pieces are sticking out, so it doesn't have a tight spot before I actually bubble wrap it.
I thought of them. I wrote them immediately on my list. Them damn things, man. Them freaking birds.
Yeah, you can find them at yard sales for or flea markets or whatever for like $1 to $5, and they sell for 30, 40, 50, 60.
What do you got there, Joe?
A large service dish set. 6 to 8 to service for 12. Yeah, I used to, but not anymore. It's just too much of a pain. Yeah, there's just no market for dishes anymore. I mean, there are certain ones, but it's just not worth it's not worth the pain.
Sell the dinner plate, sell the bowls, and throw the rest in the trash or donate it.
Yeah.
I don't even like selling multiple plates. I mean, I'll do 2, but once you get into that 4 or 5 plates, paper and cardboard and
the weight. Yeah, I mean, the way they get tossed around. I mean, it just hits the wrong way, and just one goes, they all break.
Mm-hmm. And it's a shame because I'm sure there is good money to be made there.
Oh yeah.
We're staying with you there, Joe.
Large picture frames, anything picture frame or artwork with glass in it. Just I won't. I ain't messing with none of that either. I mean, I've had some small ones, but I don't get into anything big with glass over it. I ain't even trying it.
I started doing is that when I sell artwork like that, I put in there frame optional. Contact me for shipping quote.
Oh yeah.
And I take it all apart. I picture it with the frame. Unless of course it's something high end and it came with that frame. I don't do that, but
right.
I put in there frame optional. Contact me for shipping quote.
So we were down in Stone Harbor one evening in Stone Harbor, and stopped by. If people are familiar with Stone Harbor, Springer's homemade ice cream, and we're sitting there on the bench enjoying our ice cream, and here comes this what I believe is a mother and daughter out of the one store, carrying this big piece of art, and I mean, it was framed. It had to be 3 foot by 4 foot. I mean, it was a pretty good sized piece, probably well over $1,000, and the daughter could barely hold it up. They're almost dragging it across the road. And then Sarah's like, look at this. I turn around. They're trying to put it in this, it was like a Volkswagen, not a Bug, but like the newer Volkswagen.
A Fiat.
It was the smallest car. Like, really?
A Carmen Ghia.
When you drive a vehicle like that to the shore, don't buy art. Like, hey, you know what we're not going to do this weekend? We're going to buy a big piece of freaking art and try to shove it in. Oh, my God. There's no way that thing made it back to their house or wherever they were taking it. There's no way. And like I said, it was well over $1,000 piece of art. It's like the Black Friday shoppers in the TVs. Oh, I got this great 70-inch flat screen TV, and I'm trying to put it into my Chevette out in the parking lot. All right, Ron.
This is being oddball thing. Hockey sticks.
Ooh,
because you can buy the what we were talking about earlier, the 4x4x48s, and take two of them together, but it's that curve of the stick. So now all of a sudden, now you need a box that's like 70, 80 inches tall by 12 inches across.
Yeah. And a postal worker that doesn't try and take it into the truck sideways when it's sticking out the box and snap the head off. I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hockey sticks. That's very good.
I had a golf club today, missing half the box. I had to check and make sure it wasn't one of you guys.
No,
half the box was missing. The label with the address was still on there. Couldn't find the other end of the box, so I just had to put a bag over top and taped it on and send it on its way so it stays in the other half of the box. There's not much else I could do. I don't have any kind of boxes like that.
I'm going to go with. They're probably okay to pack up. I just hate doing it, so I try not to even sell them. Sewing machines. God, they're so freaking heavy.
I don't have a problem with sewing machines.
Good one.
I hate them. I just hate them. They're so freaking heavy. I just don't like packing them up. Call it the laziness in me. I'd sooner take $80 less than sell it on Marketplace. And back around. I'm going to take this one off the board. Speakers.
Yeah.
Not your little desk speakers. Anything bookshelf speaker and higher. I hate them.
Anytime you do that, check to see if it's more money to part it out.
Yeah, I was talking to Chad, the quirky picker in Lancaster, and he does that a lot. He just breaks them down and parts them out regardless.
Yeah, I usually do that, and then I take a sledgehammer out of the case so they fit my garbage can easy. Assuming the cases are in bad shape.
Yeah, even I went out to Reading there, Joe. I got them bows. I mean, they sold pretty quick and got good money for them, but just.
Well, it's impossible to use the shipping calculator because, especially if you're talking about, big speakers, you can only ship one per box.
Yeah.
And the calculator doesn't take that into consideration.
No.
I was went to the sale up off Blue Mountain, Parkway Blue Mountain. This is a couple of years now, probably before COVID. And I was late. It was 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And I pull up and I look down the driveway. I could see Bose speakers. And there's house speakers too. Here, the house, I mean, they were tall house speakers, Bose. They were big boys. And I think $20 for all the Bose. I must have walked out of there with 10 Bose speakers, including the big boys. And I put them online. I actually have the guy's phone number on my phone now. He's out in Orange County, California. He goes, yeah, you ever get old big Bose stuff, give me a call. And he was great. He paid market value for the speakers. He said, take them over to FedEx. I have an account. Have them pack them and just have them ship them.
Does FedEx do that? I know UPS does that.
Yeah, FedEx does it too. It was pricey. It was pricey as hell. I was like, dude, you already paid market value for the speakers. Like, by the time you get the packing involved and then the shipping was outrageous. But then I said, wait a minute. Tell me the dimensions after you pack them up. And then I paid $1.16. I sat down at FedEx. Used one of their computers. This was before the whole QR code stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And printed out an eBay label. Because, dude, I saved $45 a speaker. There you go. The guy was happy. I was happy. I did very minimal work. That doesn't happen every day, though. So,
I know I have a number of vintage speakers in my back room. I'll have to see if there's any Bose.
Yeah, I mean, they were tall. They were good house speakers, 4 speakers. I don't know the series of them, but man, they were. I think the 2 speakers sold for close to $1,000. So, like I said, I didn't have to do no work for them either. So, all right, 4th pick for Ron.
Oh, I'm going to stick in the same line as speakers. I'm going to say turntables and reel-to-reel players.
Very good.
Because turntables, you have to be very careful. You got to take the platter off. You got to wrap that separate. You put that on the bottom of the actual reel-to-reel in the box. That's the heaviest part. And then it's got a dust cover. You got to unscrew that and pack that totally separate. And reel-to-reels are just 100 pounds.
Boat anchors.
I usually use foam. I use foam insulation to pack those. The 1-inch squares.
Yeah. Foam padding and pillows. It looks like you're froze, Joe, but I don't think you are because I can see the curtain moving in the background.
No, I'm here.
You were sitting still as can be, though.
Yeah, I'm debating on what I'm going to say next.
Well, it's your turn with a back-to-back to end your list.
I'm gonna say old electric amps, the ones with the tubes, the good, the big heavy ones. They're. I mean, if they bring good money, they're worth it. But they're just a pain, and you got to pat them really good, especially with the tubes and stuff in them.
Depending on what they are.
I've done a few, but
if they have the rare tubes and stuff in them, we're talking some high end pieces like Macintosh and things like that.
Right.
Some of the tubes are worth like $5 at the pair. I will take those tubes out and then pack them separate and actually ship them separate because I'm not going to put a little box in another box when the amplifier weighs 100 pounds. Because you don't know if that thing's going to get turned upside down, and now it's on top of the box.
It's getting turned upside down.
Tubes that are shattered.
That box is getting turned upside down. Just the chances of that happening are just like Joe spinning first on the wheel and getting it. That thing is getting upside down and kicked around.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then my last one would be vintage glass globe lamps, like Fenton lamps and stuff like that. I've done a few, and I don't care to, because it's just with the ones that have the glass globes on top and everything, trying to get it into one box. You just got to make sure everything's separated so it doesn't ting against or get smashed against each other, because the top part of the globe, it'll just shatter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if I sell lamps, I don't do
them.
I take the shades off, because it's going to be cheaper for the buyers to
Oh
buy
yeah, you have to,
than it is to what it's going to cost to ship those.
Well, no, I'm talking vintage Fenton that are glass.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm talking a regular. You have to send it all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't even mess with them.
Unless, of course, it's the fiberglass shade, and then I sell those by themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just sell the shade. But I used to sell a lot of them.
I'm sorry. That was Joe's last pick there. I'm still here waiting for Joe to give another.
Yep. I got one or two more, but I don't want to cut you guys out.
We'll touch the list here afterwards. And round it out there for Ron.
I'm going to say one-piece fishing rods.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a rod that's like 6 to 7 foot, that's difficult to pack, because you pretty much would have to ship it, put it in a tube first, and then put the tube inside a box, because it's so long, it's going to get crushed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be one piece, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Buddy, do I got a deal for you? I know you bought a one piece, but you're getting 2 pieces. Throw in a roll of gorilla glue duct tape so you can tape it back together. I'm gonna go. There's a few I can go here, but I'm gonna go with I'm going to go with the one I know will make a good list. And it's snow globes without the styrofoam inserts, like the Disney snow globes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I shipped one out the other day, and the fairy godmother was sitting there with her wand sticking out to the side. This little piece of plastic sticking up. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to pack this without it snapping off? I
always put mine in bags too. Like if it's small enough, I'll put it in a Ziploc bag, just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
Just in case. Now the big Disney ones, but some of the Disney ones you can get in the 1 gallon Ziploc bags. Other ones you can't. But just to be safe, I like to put them in there.
Yeah, Cordier had a big Disney sale, and I bought a bunch of stuff. But I called up and I said, "Does anything have boxes?" Because a lot of times he'll sell stuff and it has boxes, but he'll never mention it. He just pictures the item. And they had a bunch of snow globes, and that was the reason I asked. And unfortunately, they didn't take any of the boxes when they took all the figurines and stuff.
They left them behind?
Yep. It was in another room, and they weren't allowed to go into that room.
Oh, my goodness.
So supposedly when they were going, they've been calling the lady a couple times to pick up another round, because she was happy with what the stuff sold for. So they were going to come out and pick up the other load, and they were going to take all the boxes.
Yeah.
And let me come in and pick what boxes I need. But hell, I think I sold over half my stuff.
Yeah, some of the other things on my list are kind of glass. I just don't like shipping glass anything.
Yeah, that's what I had. I have art glass on here, especially large pieces of art glass.
Yeah.
I got a funny story. My wife, she took a hiatus from real estate. She was getting burned out. She goes, "Okay, I'll do some eBay for you." So I gave her a bunch of stuff, and it was stuff I basically had no money into. So I didn't care. So I gave her this set of dinner plates, probably Limoges or something like that. And she had sold 8 dinner plates. And I was out there moving boxes around out front. And I'm like, why the hell is this thing rattling? The box was half full with packing material. The plates were just sitting there on top. They weren't even wrapped. I'm like, honey, do I need to reinspect all your packing?
No, I bought the insurance.
Another one I had on there with typewriters. I know Ron likes them, but I hate messing with typewriters, especially them big, heavy Underwood ones. Oh,
how even the electronic word processors.
Yeah,
you got to have the big. You have to store. You have to keep those big boxes in stock.
Music keyboards. I know music instruments got taken off the board, but just the music keyboard.
Yeah.
I dread them worse than guitars because, to be honest with you, you can actually make some good money off keyboards if you want to take the time to pack them up.
I got a good one. It's up in my wife's room, and I didn't want to ship it. And she was teaching herself pianos. I'm like, hey, you want this? She goes, oh my God, yeah. I think it was $600 on eBay or something like that. It was a high-end piece. And now she doesn't use it anymore.
Well, I did sell it.
The listing's done.
I remember the harp I got, Joe.
Oh yeah,
from Wild Bill.
Yeah.
We walk into Wild Bill's house and he's got this big ass harp. Sits on the floor. It's like a professional harp. I don't know what I paid, like $100 maybe. I got him down to 100 because it was missing a couple of tuning, mother of pearl tuning dials. And a lady bought that for $800 or $900 off eBay. And I said local pickup, and she goes, she bought it, and she goes, I'm gonna take care of shipping. Can you be home like Thursday between 1 and 3? Yeah. Why? Did you ever hear Freight Land and Sky? Yeah, I think there's one down here on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. Yep, just when they show up, just hand it to them and they take care of it. I was like, will do. She played in the Chicago and San Francisco or Los Angeles Symphony. And she was going to get it out to Chicago, then she didn't want only one. She wanted a second so she can keep one in each city. I was like, my God, how much money did you spend over the years transporting a harp between the two cities? That's just ridiculous. But
that's what she said. That's why she bought yours.
Yeah, she bought it. I'll tell you another one. Board games. They're just awkward. And it wasn't bad because you can link the 2 boxes or 3 boxes of they're almost like the closed box, priority mail closed box. But now when the UPS put that surcharge on the long shit. And before, years ago, I used to just wrap it in shipping paper. Then post office like, nah, it snags in our machines.
They have, Joe, you might know better.
They have a board game box,
and it's real long. Do they still have those? So that won't go by length then. That's a flat rate.
Yeah,
they don't.
Flat rate, I think.
I was listening to another podcast. They did away with them.
They do away with them?
Have them. They got to honor it.
Yeah, they still honor them under a large.
But it won't be a flat rate anymore. It'll go by size. It'll go by dimensions then.
Really?
So
I get know that a flat rate box for a regular package.
Because they did away with the regional A and Bs. You can still use the boxes, but there's no rate for those anymore. So it goes by the dimension of the box.
Mm-hmm.
With a game board box, they still use the large flat rate if you have a box. It says right on their large flat rate. But the problem with that is, it was great.
You might not have that.
Yeah, under your selection, you just pick large because they still have regular large flat rate boxes.
I can tell you how long they are.
Right, but if those dimensions aren't under that flat rate option anymore, you got to watch that because then they'll gig you.
Oh, I didn't even check dimensions. I usually just charge medium or flat large.
Yeah, because they make
shit.
Well, they had. I don't know if they ever put it on there, but usually if you look on there, it'll show the flat rate dimension options that you have, because there were two boxes originally for flat rate, large flat rate boxes. You had the big square box, and then you had the flat box, but then you had the game board box too. So I don't know if they still have that game board box dimensions listed on there for the flat rates. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while, so I'm not
I
sure.
just checked. It's 30 inches total. So it's probably 26 inches plus 2 inches for the flaps.
Which they were great boxes, but the problem is that nobody wants to pay. I think at the time it was like 16 bucks and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're shipping like a Monopoly game to New York, my God, you can get it there for $8. So
yeah.
Well, luckily, the difference is 22 to 30 inches is a $4 charge. It's when it goes over 30 inches when it goes to 15.
Right.
Mixers, damn KitchenAid mixers, they're heavy as shit. Jesus.
Yeah.
Ron's he had the other week the big signs.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, hate those. Blow molds, which you can usually ditch those on Marketplace. You don't have to ship them anymore. Records. I hate shipping records.
You do what the companies that sell these blow molds yet, the repop ones, all they do is throw bubble wrap around them or shrink wrap and slap the sticker right on the outside. They don't even put them inside anything. At Christmas time, they come through at work all the time. You could see what they are.
I ordered a bunch of air again, Joe, so you'll probably see it coming through the post office.
A bunch of what?
Some fool bought more air.
I hate records.
60 gallons. Records are actually easy. I have record boxes.
I thought about buying them when I bought a record, but I usually stay away from records. But
you could double as, because they're plain. They're 12 by 12, and I think it's expandable. I think it goes up to like an inch. So it's a good size if you buy books too. So you can just put a book in there, close it up, and then tape it. And now it's not in a bubble mailer; it's in a box. So the boxes work as a twofold.
Have any of you guys used the Priority Mail DVD box?
No.
I don't even know where the hell I came across these things at. But
they have them for free on their site.
Yeah, they're goofy.
A lot of times what I'll do is that I'll take the small flat rate box and put something in it, and then put it inside a bubble mailer. If it's something cheaper to go by first class instead of Priority Mail.
So there's spaces to make it for like 2 DVDs or 1 DVD. There's different tabs. But I mean, look how funky that is. I mean, like you put 2 and it overlap. It's weird. It's like, man, that thing is going to get ripped to pieces, I think. But I usually never ship in a box. I don't know what. I must have grabbed them for some reason. I use bubble mailer, so I just throw the DVD in the bubble mailer or video game in the bubble mailer, which is out the door. The only other one I have was vintage bar stuff, like the plastic stuff. It doesn't matter if there's signs, lights. That plastic is so freaking brittle.
I've had good luck selling motion lamps, but those can be rather difficult to ship.
Yeah.
I got lucky one time. I came across an auction. It was Ziegler's.
Yeah.
And he had more than one.
Oh, yeah. He had a big sale.
And I did very well. And I came up with a nice system of getting them all packed up nice.
Yeah, that was a nice sale. Yeah, I was up there one day. I bought a couple, but yeah, man. He had multiple sales of hundreds of lamps.
Yeah.
That was an insane collection. Insane.
What's he doing now, Ron? Jay.
He's still going to do a couple sales here and there. I jump on his website maybe once a month or so just to look, but it hasn't been updated in a year.
Yeah, I haven't even.
He
Yeah, I
moved up
haven't gone on and checked anything.
Raystown Lake area.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. He went up by himself.
Oh.
His girlfriend didn't go up with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Unless it changed, but I didn't do too much personal stuff with him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see that estate sale listed for the past couple weeks in it was Marysville or Enola? Had some decent retro stuff.
Was that on Craigslist or Facebook?
I think both. I know it was on Craigslist. Well, little Ike has the auction today of it.
Oh,
And,
he hasn't done any in a while either.
Yeah, that was today. I don't know what time today. I think that was today. I was like, just goes to show you that estate sale company who was handling it had the stuff so overpriced they couldn't move it. And now it went to auction. Then people have to be pissed.
My mom wants to use one of them, and I'm like, Mom, I said, they charge you like 50% per item plus a $1,500 up front. I said, I don't think you have enough stuff to really do it.
Joe was 2,500, I think. The lady of the estate sale company, what's her name?
Is it really? Because I thought she
or Joe, whatever her name is. Because I asked her one time, I think she's guaranteed $2,500, and then she gets a percentage of whatever's sold after that. Just in case she doesn't make $2,500, she's guaranteed to get $2,500.
Yeah, I guess this depends. I mean, she can go in and look, and she can say if it's loaded with collectibles and stuff, she'll make her money. Maybe she'll do $1,500.
That's
charge an X amount.
Yeah, that's what.
It's not a lot of.
I'm sure she does. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys mentioned Little White. He used to do the school auction, but he doesn't do it anymore. Now it's I'm pulling up.
That's next. That's the 17th. Are you going to that? They got a lot of drum stuff I saw.
I'm on their site now. They finally posted.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, they were up last week. He's got a lot of drum shells. I can't tell if they're pearls or not, but I think some of them are.
These are the big floored tom kickers. They're big. You don't want to ship those. They're like 20 inches across.
Yeah, good one from the list.
And that guy who always wears that white shirt and the umbrella.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get off those. Yeah, there's some snares. Here's a whole set. Yeah, there's a bunch of drums.
And the only problem again is that stuff's going to be out on Tuesday, and if a storm comes through, it all gets rained on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You remember over at Good Hope or whatever that one year?
Yep.
All the electronics, everything had water in it because they had a big storm came through.
Yeah, some of the stuff they covered up, but I guess it was based on the individual townships to cover their own stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's who's doing that? Better Auction House of Zion.
Yeah.
I got their postcard right here.
Oh, yeah. I just threw it out today. Yeah, I had one. I threw it out. I'm not bothering. I did go down last year. I think I ran into you last year, didn't I? Or did I just talk to you about it? Because I went down Tuesday to look at everything, see if it was worthwhile.
Actually, I think I saw you there for preview. I went out for preview as well.
Yeah. I was just leaving, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't worth me going back up again, but I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't get much, but.
All right, so that concludes this week's top 5 drafts of the worst things, hateful things, dislike things that we like to pack up and ship. I have the list on the screen, so you guys will be able to see that then in the video. Leave a comment, whatever you guys have or whatever you guys think we missed, what you guys don't like to pack up, ship, or blatantly just don't want to sell any because you don't want to have to deal with the hassle. So make sure you leave a comment and everything. Pretty much wraps it up for this episode. We're back next week. The episode before we head up north to the big Pennsylvania 100-mile yard sale. Oh, we might have a guest next week. Guy out of Mountain Joy. He runs a little shop. Looks like he deals mostly with video games, retro stuff. He got a hold of me through Facebook. So might have him on and discuss the inner workings of his business or how he runs things with dealing with eBay and a brick and mortar store and everything else like that. So we might know him. The name didn't ring a bell, but he's out of, I think it's pretty sure it was Mount Joy. Dave's Collectibles or something, I think it was called.
I don't know it.
Whenever I'm scouring Facebook Marketplace for stuff, I usually see like a video game pop up or a Nintendo 64, and I see it's his shop that has it. So thank you for enjoying this episode. Join us on all the platforms there. Like I said, we're switching names over. You should be able to get to them if you still go to Ridiculous Reseller Rendezvous. Should just take you to the new stuff. So, Picking Pennsylvania podcast. The new email is pickingpennsylvania@gmail.com. That would be the best way to get a hold of us until all the platforms are synchronized again. So, all right, until next week. See everybody later.
Yeah, we'll see you guys
later, fellas.